Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel and welcome to your reading for June 2021 Aquarius. Let's go ahead and get started here. It's great to see you guys again. So, let's get a couple more shuffles and see what June has in store for you. All right. So the overall energy for June for you, Aquarius, we have the Knight of Swords. So feeling very brave around this time, feeling more and more comfortable when it comes to communicating your perspective. And I like this energy for you. I like it because it's a place of empowerment. I think that you are at your strongest when you don't hold back, when you express yourself fully. So June is a time where you feel like you're able to. You feel like you are surrounded by people who will receive you well. You feel as though your point is not being lost in translation, that it's relatively easy for you to get your point across. What's interesting, however, is that it's not just about blindly expressing yourself in the way that you speak without thinking or act without thinking. I do think that there is vulnerability here in the way that you are beginning to trust, if not the people that are around you, you're beginning to trust that your perspective is one that is worth defending. It's one that is valuable. Knight of Pentacles coming out here. There could be an earth sign that is opposite you. A Taurus, perhaps. You may feel very strongly about this person. You may be feeling very it's like you're wearing your heart on your sleeve in the way that you trust them. You may find yourself willing to express things that you haven't expressed to anyone else before. And Tauruses make they're the kind of person that you want to have on the receiving end of those kinds of conversation. And Brene Brown says that vulnerability doesn't necessarily mean disclosure. So it's not that you are telling this person, your deepest darkest secrets. It doesn't have to be that. It's just that you are not afraid to express yourself. You're not afraid to show up, to have the conversations that need to be had. And it does appear that there is a conversation here that needs to be had this month. The two knights here does suggest I use this word loosely, confrontation. It doesn't necessarily have to be a shouting match. It's a more tempered approach. It's a more level-headed approach, you see. What I like about this as well is I feel like your thoughts and your habits, your thoughts and the actions that you take, they're in sync this month. You're walking the walk. The decisions and choices that you make are representative of who you are as a person, how you think, and what you believe in. I think that you want to make things work with I just said air sign. Some of you could be dealing with another air sign, potentially a Gemini. or a Sagittarius or a Taurus. We said that Taurus energy came out here strong. So you could be trying to make things work with the earth sign, or they want to make things work with you. And it looks like that's achieved by a healthy amount of a healthy approach to conflict resolution. Showing up to the ring, being brave enough, feeling like you can speak about the way that you think and feel, talk about the things that are on your mind without fear of feeling as though you'll be persecuted. It's like this person, you're blessed at this time to be surrounded by people that will hold space for you, people that will hear you out, that will listen to what you have to say and will make the time. What I really like here as well is I think that there's something really nice happening here when it comes to your work-life balance. I think that you're doing a really great job of balancing your responsibilities, making good on your commitments and your obligations, while also still finding time for the people that you care about. Still finding the time and the opportunity to spend time with those that you value. Some of you may want to reach out to a fire sign, but you might feel as though this person is out of reach, or you might feel as though you can't. Here it looks like a Leo or an Aries. Or it's a very busy Sagittarius who said that. Be careful when it comes to mixing business with pleasure. Yeah, you're really trying to figure out what to do with this fire sign. Seven of Wands and the Moon card. You don't want there to be any more secrets. You don't want there to be, like, it looks like there are misunderstandings that arise, perhaps from conflicting interests or conflicting methods. You may think that something should get done a certain way for the sake of efficiency. You may want to be a bit more rebellious in your approach, and this person, typically that's what you guys have in common, you and Sagittarius, but it's like there's I'm getting a more measured approach coming from you this month, and you wanting to just rein in the energy, wanting to take less risks because you don't want to lose what you have. And it's like, because this person is not very forthright, or perhaps because they are hard to please, it's kind of difficult for you to get on the same page. You feel like you have to defend your decisions. You have to defend your feelings, like you have to justify them in so many words. We're going to talk about these a bit more. Just a moment. All right. Here are your cards for June. Once again, let's talk about these. So, what I want to go ahead and start by saying, Aquarius, is that your feelings are valid because you feel them. And because that's the way that you're feeling, we cannot ignore that. And we have to acknowledge them, accept them at face value, and whether or not those feelings are rooted in fact or if the result of conclusions that you have jumped to is a different story. But if you find yourself in an environment this month where you feel as though your feelings are being invalidated or that you're not seen or that they're being minimized, I just want to be the first to tell you that you're in a safe space here with me, and they are. Now, what are those feelings concerning? Do you know that that Lauryn Hill song, I think it's called X Factor, where she says, "It could all be so simple, but you'd rather make it hard. Loving you is like a battle, and we both end up with scars," is the download that I got when just sitting with your energy and having a really good look at these cards. Because I do think that you are fighting a battle of sorts with an individual or a group, and also one within. It has a lot to do with your desires. It has a lot to do with some hidden feelings, and it has a lot to do with perhaps a desire that you have to have those desires come to light. There is a plan that you have in mind for the way that you feel that some things should go, and it's a good one. It's one that if you stick to it, it's one that if you don't lose your momentum, success is guaranteed with the Temperance card and the King of Pentacles. This looks nice right here. Big pimpin' spending G's. And although you have a full plate, there's a lot of work that you're doing. The Two of Pentacles suggests that you are doing an excellent job of staying balanced during this time. This is that work-life balance energy that we were picking up on. One that you are, your schedule has been organized in a very nice and neat way. Where it gets challenging is your desire to make some people that you care about feel welcome, potentially a Sagittarius or a Leo or an Aries, could be a Pisces as well, or a Taurus. And it's like you are willing to take on even more work, willing to go the extra mile for someone that is having a difficult time, seeing just how hard you're working and seeing just how much effort you in fact do put in. You would go great lengths to make this person happy, to make this person feel welcome and understood, and it's just hard sometimes when you feel like it's not reciprocated, or like the same amount of time and attention that you allot to consider this person's point of view. It would just be nice if they were as accommodating from time to time. And they are. But I just think that you would like to see more. And I think that there's something behavioral in their energy that you wish you could change. And it's just kind of difficult to have that conversation. How do you tell someone that you are having an issue with the way that they've been acting, especially if you feel as though you are risking it all? You're risking the relationship, you're risking everything that you have built by speaking up about some of the feelings that you have been hiding. I think that some of you may have been burned in the way that even though you want to talk, even though you want to make things work, even though you want to make the effort, there could have been times in the past that your intentions just got lost in translation and it ended up blowing up in your face. So now you're just a little gun shy when it comes to having conversations like that, especially when they are out of the blue. And I think that you know just how hard it can be to be on the receiving end of that. Because when you feel as though you understand, when you feel as though there is an understanding and that you have a good grasp on the relationship or on the setup, you have a good grasp on what is expected of everyone that's involved. When someone brings conflict to your doorstep or they bring dissatisfaction to you and they start listing out their grievances, it can come as a shock or a surprise to you, and your pride may take a hit. And I think that you have experienced enough of that to not want to put someone in the same position. But the Tower at the bottom of this deck suggests that a change is going to come and a change is necessary. And it's one that you won't be able to stop. Perhaps because I feel like you're getting tired of defending your beliefs. I feel like you're getting tired of defending your decisions during a time where it seems like they are constantly coming under question or attack. We spoke a little bit about mixing business with pleasure, and I just want to elaborate on that just a little bit. If you're dealing with someone that is a bit of a pleasure seeker, it can be hard to let them know that they're going a little bit too far, because you don't want to become that person's parent. Especially if you're in a relationship, you are not looking for, you don't want to be policed by the person that you love. You just want to be accepted and just want to be with them, right? So it's a fine line and it's dangerous territory. And if you feel inclined, I suggest that you check out the Cancer reading from, there's some Cancerian energy here. I suggest you check out the Cancer reading from May. It's called Respectfully, and we spoke at length about conflict resolution and some of the ways that you can have those conversations that are those spirited debates that are not argumentative and don't point fingers, but rather they create an opportunity for an understanding to be reached without assigning blame. So I think that that's what you're working on this month. How to respectfully make your sentiments known. How to respectfully let the people in your life know that there are lines that you have that you do not wish to be crossed. And I don't think that this is something that you have a problem with, but I just think that you perhaps want to be able to do that in a kinder way. We are going to talk about these more in the extended reading. If you would like to check that out, the link to the Patreon will be in the description box below. If the benefit to joining on Patreon is that you'll get early access to this reading. This one was completed. I'll be releasing it for June in about a week and a half. So you'll get early access to this reading as well as the extended. All you have to do is just join the Aquarius tier, and you'll get early access to the monthly Aquarius readings, as well as other embodied extras such as guided meditations, and so on and so forth. If you'd like a personal reading, my email is in the description box as well. Go ahead and send me an email, and I'll provide some more information on the way that the personal readings are done here at Embodied Consciousness. It's been great to have you here. Thank you for joining me. I'll see you next time. Bye.